I'm Hans Jensen from Benalla, and the truck is a 1962 AB 184 International.
You used to actually drive this as an employee back in the 60s, yeah?
I bought this truck off O'Connell's in 1972. I used it with the Victorian Railways and then with the Country Roads Board until 1985. I'd known the O'Connell family for quite a period before and rode in them when I was younger, and all the ins and outs and that, and finished up going working for them. This truck and the other 7 Series Dodgers that Bill O'Connell had on the Melbourne-Sydney run carting Ansets overnight freight. Used to have 13 hours to do depot, so there was no time to be wasted having cups of coffee along the road or anything like that. You're travelling fast and you have to be aware of everything going on around you and so forth, but it just come naturally. You travel at high speed and that was it. And just rounded everyone up and charged on. Possibly the fastest trip I ever done, but that was an interesting night. It was only that I was out of Melbourne early, very early this night, so it meant I could go into Sydney very early in the morning, still at high speed, and I was driving the fastest Dodge truck they had that would pull 80 mile an hour on the flat. So, and I just got rolled and I thought, oh well, there's no rush, but I'm making such good time, I might as well keep going and see how good a time I can get from Melbourne to Sydney. And that was 10.5 hours. You used to see lots of strange things happen, a lot more broken down trucks then, and a lot of guys would take 2 days to do Melbourne-Sydney in a semi-trailer, you know. Plenty of pub stopping and all that. No, no, you didn't have a job if you done something like that. It was the old road, and it was bendy and there was narrow bridges and all that, but there wasn't an enormous volume of traffic and it was slower traffic, and you were driving such a faster vehicle on the road, which made it pretty easy to drive, you know. You'd never really think it was very dangerous. You might now in older age, but not in those days. It was a 5-night-a-week job, but we generally only do 4 legs. 2 round trips from Melbourne-Sydney, or 4 changeovers, and spend 4 nights on the road. Yeah, it was quite an enjoyable job, you know. Actually the money was extremely good money, high money they paid. O'Connell's finished the cartage of Ansets overnight freight in 1970, and that was the end of O'Connell's. It's quite an historic, interesting old vehicle for what it did in the times, you know, because the times they're doing in the 60s were just quite unreal actually, and it's still an enjoyable truck, and you can still get out on the freeway and round up a B-double if you wanted to, because it's quite capable of a speed better than the speed limited trucks on the road now. Probably wouldn't have ever restored it, only the wife always liked this truck for some reason better than the Dodgers. She said, I always feel safe in that truck. And she used to always say, you got to bring the truck home and restore it back to original. It was going to take 12 months. It was going to cost an X amount of dollars. It was pretty small, and it took 3 years and about 3 times more expensive than I estimated. It was restored back to 2 bare chassis rails, complete restoration right through. Brakes, all new brake lines, fuel lines, like all that. A new wiring loom was put in it. I made a wiring loom for it. I've done everything but any of the paint work because I'm absolutely hopeless at painting. I can spill it on myself, but that's about all.